Hello, everybody. Almost knocked over something. Hi, everyone. How you guys doing? Scum, how you doing? Logo, how you doing? Dog, how you doing? Toxic BRS. Ow, my ears. I'm sorry. Just came immediately from Clackbait stream of the Event Horizon. Oh, did he stream it this morning? Is he streaming it right now? I want to. Oh, man, I kind of. Is he streaming it? Oh, that's me talking. Oh, he is streaming it right now. Is he liking it? He's still streaming. Always the best vibes. Keyboard time. Seafoam. Thank you so much for the tier 1. I really appreciate that.
The cutest Keep streamer is back online.
Man, I don't feel too cute today, but I appreciate you. I'm just I'm just tired today. Today's been like one of those days where I feel like the rain is getting me down a little bit. I have to go do some, well, I don't know if I have time to. I wanted to go pick up some last minute little like gifts for Christmas for my family, but like, oh, that seems like such a chore to do in the rain today.
Oh damn, finally catching a stream live. 3.
Thanks, man. I appreciate the 23 months. I hope you're enjoying your Sunday today, man. Alex, are keyboards real actually? So it's a very difficult question, to be honest, Viking. I would say that keyboards indeed potentially could be real. If you put enough effort into believing they're real, they're probably going to be real. Actually. The kind of day where you should just light a scented candle, get comfy, and do things that make you happy. Today, I'm going to be doing that, man. Like I said, today after we do stream today, perhaps if I go run an errand or two, I just want to like zone out. Maybe I'll go pick up a snack or something. I don't know. And then I just want to like watch Star Wars Bad Batch. I have like 2 or 3 more episodes in the current season, and then I have all of season 2, I think. And is there a season 3 of Bad Batch? I'm not even sure. What are the keycaps? Boneyard. My AKB OGR on my desk is real, right? I believe so. It could be. Nice enter key. It's great for writing. It's great for when you're aggressively writing emails. Makes you feel better hitting that enter key. Pint of ice cream. Ooh, some mint chocolate chip. I haven't had mint chocolate chip in a long time. Ice cream does sound pretty good today, though, man. It does. It does sound pretty gnarly today. Yeah, it should be a pretty. My hair is like all pretty like easy day, I think. But I don't know. We'll see. I kind of want to do some cleaning up a little bit too, but we'll see. We'll see. What is this countdown? It used to be for when I like gives me some time to start stream, but I never use it for that anymore. I kind of just start stream when I start stream now. I used to start it and give myself like 5 minutes so I can go get things like that I forget, but I don't really need it anymore for that. So it's kind of there. I should just get rid of it at this point. The countdown's kind of pointless. But how's your Sunday going? How's your Sunday going, guys? Oh, you went? Wait, when did you go, Belle? The one chicken in the kitchen? It's pretty good, right? I don't know if you're into like the cheesy stuff, because they have I think they're known for a lot of their cheesy Korean fried chicken stuff. That I'm not too keen on, but like their chicken's really good. It's a cool atmosphere too. I don't know if he sat down in the restaurant. It's a really like cozy atmosphere. Just went yesterday. Well, shit, I should go sometime soon too. It's been a little while. My son is going good. Just chilling, watching my fave streamer. Hell yeah, Rob. I'm glad you're here, bro. Just chilling, looping some Azure Dragons. Ooh. Leaf Ping. Who manued the Azure Dragons? Was it JWK? I cleaned all morning and then some family time now. Yeah, I'm that's definitely something that'll make you feel a little bit sleepy, you know? I get that, Mark. I get that. Yeah, I like that. Today's cozy sweater vibe day. Cozy sweater vibe. Hey, Mr. Alex, what's up, Azim? Go Polar, it looks like. Really? I haven't used the Go Polar yins that I have, or whatever ones I got the yanks. But interesting. This is my 3rd keep stream today. I'm addicted. Is there been a lot already? It's 1 p.m. Has there been a lot of keyboard streams already? God damn. So, today, let's move this to the side. We're going to be doing the Alexa from Maker Keyboards. It's, I'd say, not a bad little price point. It's in stock. It gets even better price point if you decide you want B stock. And it also has a 16.5 front height, which is pretty exciting to me because I like low front heights. Boneyard looks great on the event horizon. I'll never forget when everyone made fun of me for buying Boneyard. I'll never forget. Turns out Boneyard's pretty nice. All right, so you get the little carrying case. Price is $165, I want to say. Let me double check. Was it $165 for the... I can't remember the two price points now. I'm getting them backwards. $165 for B stock, $185 for A stock. I don't know the difference between B stock and A stock. I wouldn't have that information other than it says some cosmetic defects, but I don't know if that's like sometimes with defects only on the sides or bottom surfaces. So you could just luck out and get something that looks A stock with a B stock. A lot of brands do that these days. So here's the board. So you can see it has a little ledge on the inside to kind of help with that front height. And you can see just how low and thin that front height is. 16.5 is pretty comfortable. Again, this is kind of no frills. There's nothing visually too interesting about this board. If you're interested in something that has a little bit more flair to it, then you know that's the board you'd be going for. But this definitely follows that vibe of clean and simple. There's not a whole lot of extra bits going on here. It does have thin side bezels, which is fantastic. A little bit of a chin, same size forehead, so we got some symmetry going on there. I don't know why this bothers me a little bit. It's not like completely straight, but I guess that's on purpose. But it's an inside, it doesn't really matter too much. Yeah, it's kind of like the Martingale, but I think the Martingale is a bit pricier, right? I do believe it was pricier. We have a daughter board. Does this have any multiple options? So the options for this one here is still, I believe, only hot swap. But I mentioned this in my last build. You would be surprised. Is there even solderable things available? Oh, you can buy a solderable PCB extra. But I do believe it comes with a hot swap PCB. That's the stock one. So unfortunately, you have to buy a solderable PCB, but at least they have the option to buy one. This has the newer Kale sockets, which personally I had no problems with the old ones. So if these are even better, then these are even better. You do have the option between Palm and FR4 for plates. That would be really the only options you're getting for purchasing the stock unit. But there is a lot of extra parts, which are extra money. It does look like the plates are completely sold through. And that's really about it. It is using scuff feet too, which is kind of cool. Where do you plug in your IEMs? Straight into the Mac. I used to be very, very picky about my audio gear. And then I kind of just decided to do some blind tests. Let me tell you guys, once you kind of sit there and do some blind tests and you kind of wake up from this whole like rabbit hole that is that is IEMs and DACs and amps, you tend to just go like, what the hell am I paying for? And it's kind of infuriating, to be honest. So I just stopped being into the audio hobby as much as I was. There are some great IEMs still, like don't get me wrong. There is some stuff that I'm like, yeah, like I'd be willing to spend a few extra like dollars and throw some coin towards this. But I would say most of the times it does feel like snake oil with a lot of the stuff in this hobby. Not hobby, rather, for keyboards, but audio. Audio can be very deceptive. And I think at the end of the day, all you really need, there's cheapy little amps you can buy if you really need the power. Oh, that's nice. Kind of gives me like noir vibes for the PCB. But I really don't think you need anything past that. Now you can build this plateless, and you can build this with a plate. Yeah, I got these IEMs when I was really into the hobby, and I have to admit, they're still my favorite pair of IEMs that I have, like hands down. Everything else that I've purchased, regardless of price point, has just died or just like, I don't know, fallen apart. So at this point here, I'm just not interested in picking up more stuff. Oh wait, is this a 6.25? I only got a 7U wire out. Oh, it is. Okay, I need to get a 6.25U wire, which are right here. So I've done plateless hot swap with Maker keyboards in the past. Let's see. It actually shouldn't be that bad if I decided to go. These are pretty tight. Like, dude, these are not budging at all. Like, these aren't going anywhere. So in the event that we do want to do plateless hot swap, which, do you guys want to see plateless hot swap today? I'm kind of down. I am definitely interested. That, or we can use the FR4 plate. So, has like a bit of green. I don't know if you guys can see that. You can see some of the, looks like green leaking through somehow. I'm down for plateless today. And that's really all it comes with, by the way. There's some gaskets, the feet there. We have some screws. Put the feet on now, actually. I had a few people mention that they think the ano quality on these boards aren't that great. I've had some client ones come through, and also I've seen some of this. The ano looks fine to me. I don't really see any like big defects or anything like that, so. Then you're done in 15 minutes. You can get work off. Wait, what happened? Oh, thank you, Soren, for the pool. TKD Cycle 7 got delayed to Q1 in 2024 because of ano quality. I hope everything turns out okay with that. It's always scary when I think there was a large amount of people who were interested in that board, and I'm assuming a large amount of orders. So I'm really hoping there's no like biting off more than they can chew kind of stuff. So when 165 came out during a different time. Okay. Here we go. But yeah, how's your guys' day going? Anything you guys have been up to? Any big news for you guys? Anything like that? We're gonna do some stabilizers. I need a 6U wire out. I don't know if there's been any cool things. Recovering from a cold? That's never fun. Can't decide to sleep or watch some stream? Fall asleep to watching stream. No, definitely just go to bed. 110% just sleep. I would personally take that route. Powering through looping some switches? Okay. Alex is better than sleep. Is anyone aware of other keyboards that are plateless hot swap compatible? I think some people have done it in the past, but I don't think there are many that are, you know, that even dare to go that route, because it is a difficult route to go. It is. It's not something I would recommend for keyboards. I love cherry switches, but clipping stuff is always messy. I need to get a little trash can for this room. Yeah, it definitely feels like a lazy Sunday today. I don't know about you guys. It feels very lazy today. Speaking of lubing, totally thought I'd hate lubing stabs. It's legit kind of, it is definitely something that kind of makes you feel at ease, I feel. It's why I consistently say like, stabs are kind of easy once you get into the grind of it, and then, or the flow of it rather. And it's kind of definitely like, almost like a meditation of some sort. There are ways to do stabs nicely. Stock stabs? There's no good stock stabs. Me personally have never seen a good stock stab. Everything needs to be modded for stabilizers. No exceptions here. Actually, there is one stab you can leave stock. It's the Glorious V1s. You can leave them stock because they don't go in a keyboard. They go in the trash can. That is the only one that you can leave stock. Building keys along Mr. Toes is also nice. Thank you, dude. The GMMK ones, so the Glorious ones. The QMX stabs, they're not my favorite either, but they're better, and you can get them to sound nice. They're just very, very finicky. I meant stock, but included. Oh, are these included stabs? No, these are not included stabs. There's no included stabs here for this unit. It's very rare. I mean, I even think that's kind of rare when you get a keyboard that has included stabilizers. I don't know if that happens all too often. Thanks, Twitch. Twitch is really slow sending those things out, by the way. So, question. What's everyone doing for holidays? What is everyone going to be up to? And I hope everyone's finished all their holiday shopping and can finally just relax for the rest of the holidays. This feels like the busiest holidays for me ever. In terms of keyboard streams, in terms of family stuff. I don't know why it is this year, but it's been kind of stressful. We got some other stuff going on too in the background that I can't really share too much of. But man, it has felt like one of the most stressful times of year that I've ever had for December. Dinner at my house this year, no traveling for me. Don't you love that? Zooming cloud, yeah, Zoom does, I think most of the Zoom keyboards, and I think, does QK still include stabs, or is that like a special gift thing that they do? Those like limited edition gifts. Forcing the children of the family to mass loop switches. That sounds efficient. You think you have enough time for yourself this December? No. Honestly, I don't. And I'm very, very well aware that it's probably not the most healthy thing to do, but I have no time for me this December. I've been trying to find I did have a few hours to myself the other day, but we're 17 days into December, and I had a few hours to myself finally, where I was able to go walk and take a few pictures, which I haven't even got to edit yet. That's why the camera's still on my desk. So I remember that I need to edit the photos that are on that camera. QK Neos come with stabs. And that's a forever thing, or is that one of those like limited edition, buy now kind of thing? Oh, that's why they called them gifts. Okay. I always assume that when they say gifts, they also mean like not every keyboard's gonna come with them. Okay, forever. The Neo kind of had because they had fit. Oh, that's true too. Yeah, they kind of had to. I miss Greg. Well, maybe Greg will make its reappearance on the 24th. You never know. Shit, I still need the loop switches for that stream. That one there's gonna be crazy. Just cooking, stuffing myself with food, and movie marathon with the fam. What movies? Are you doing Christmas movies? I'm gonna see if we have time towards like closer to Christmas to watch a movie, me and my girlfriend, because I think there's like one Christmas movie that we actually want to watch. I got a small break before grad school starts up again. Night classes this quarter too. Ren, I hope that goes easy. Night classes kind of sound stressful, because I'm assuming you're like working and stuff all day, right? Give me lube and I might give you 5 Robux. Is that a fair trade? How much is 5 Robux? Is that $5? I don't think that's fair. Just remember when getting kids to help loop switches, if you feed them, it's not slave labor, it's chores. What the? Santa Greg? It's 0.5 cents? Oh, then no. That's a definite. Sorry, Viking. I work part-time for NORC at University of Chicago. Man, I hope you're making time to sleep and eat healthy and get some me time in, my friend. I have this family debate going on. Alex, what are your opinions on the Harry Potter films being Christmas movies? Harry Potter being Christmas movies? Bassett, thank you so much for the 26 months, man. I appreciate that. I hope you're having a great day. I don't think they're Christmas movies at all. No, I don't think so. I think they might be. Okay, server, state your opinion why. I'm curious as fuck right now. Alex, what IMs do I have? I use currently Campfire Andromedas. But there are so many good IEMs these days that it's hard to make any solid recommendation. NFC, thank you so much for the Prime here, man. Thank you for using that, man. I appreciate the 4 months. Thank you, dude. That means a lot. I hope you're having a solid Sunday. Just the vibes? But do you think, okay, server, do you think they're Christmas movies because maybe you watched them during Christmas, so you kind of you have a nostalgic lens going on. Like, I'm trying to break it down because I don't know. I wouldn't consider them Christmas movies. Someone said fall movies, and I kind of low-key agree with that, only because I feel like, yeah, I watched them also during the fall time, and it's bringing back like that kind of memory, you know? But I'm not too positive. Maybe the first movie, but after that, I think they're Christmas vibes. Really? Or you don't think they're Christmas vibes? Harry Potter at Christmas, more people at home, more people watching TV, more ads you can serve the family, sitting around trying to watch something inclusive. Isn't an Xmas movie where it resembles Xmas to some extent? Yeah, I don't know. They have Christmas Marathon ABC Family. Maybe that's why. They're fall because they're always going back to school. That's true too. You do get that back to school kind of momentum going on there. Also, how is the new Indiana Jones? I saw it was on Disney Plus this morning when I was looping switches this morning, and I was like, I'll watch one episode of Bad Batch. Rough, bad. Yeah, I saw it was there, and I'm like, well, I don't have time to watch this right this instant, but maybe in the future. It's sadly very mid. Who's in it? Like, what's the plot around this one here? I have no idea, to be honest. That's kind of sad, though, man. Like, that actually is kind of a bummer. Oh, man. I really want to see that new Godzilla movie. I so badly want to see it. But I'm just going to wait till it comes to home, because I have no one who wants to go see it with me. No one's really into Godzilla. So there are only 3 Indiana Jones movies. True. Actually true. OG Indiana Jones is second favorite series behind Pirates of the Caribbean. Pirates of the Caribbean is pretty solid. I have to admit. It's a little bit of a work to it. Perfect. Fixed. But it's so good. I heard that. What's it called again? What's the new Godzilla? -1 or something? Oh yeah, -1 or X-Kong. It's the -1, the new one that came out recently. I really want to go see that, man. I am like craving it. I still haven't seen Oppenheimer, whatever it's called, but I think I actually do want to prioritize watching the new Godzilla movie versus that. I've been watching the Godzilla Monarch series, not really all that engaging after episode 6. I stopped after episode 3. I was interested, but I ran out of episodes at the time when I was watching it. But I'm probably still going to go back and finish it after I'm done Star Wars. The new Ghibli movie? Which one's the new Ghibli movie? -1 is actually the best movie I've ever seen, or I've seen. Wait, ever seen, or like you've seen it in a long time, Travis? I want to see new Godzilla 2. Shin Godzilla was amazing and got me back into it. Monarch is still pretty good. Really want to see Oppenheimer, but no chance I was able to go sit down in the theater for 3+ hours. I really want to go see that too in the theater. Like, I want to go experience IMAX. I've never, ever, ever watched an IMAX movie. So it'd be a cool experience. When it was still going on, I don't even know if it's still in the theaters for IMAX right now. It was like so crazy for how busy it was. Score and visuals are so good. Kamen Rider Black Sun. What's that one they're wasting? Probably my favorite movie out of all the movies I've ever seen. Damn. Okay, I really need to go watch this now. Barbie. We watched Barbie. Like, we had some friends, we did some stuff. I think we were at Banff, and we watched it there. And honestly, I think it's because I was also really tired from, walking around all day. But I couldn't watch that movie. I don't know why. It just was not for me. It wasn't something I was too interested in. So maybe I just need to give it some more time. So. Dude, I don't know if this is a huge pet peeve. Guys, why does everyone, is this copy pasta? I don't know. You guys confuse me now. But when people tell you have to get through the first season of a show, wherever it gets good, just means it isn't a good show. Yo, low-key. Actually toxic? I agree with you. That is why I can't get through I have never seen Game of Thrones. I've seen season 1 twice now, and I cannot. I've tried to like go, okay, let me get through Game of Thrones season 1 again. I'm like, Jesus Christ, this is so political. I don't want to watch this. I end up giving up on it. And then I watched Game of Thrones again, season 1, like years later. I'm like, Jesus, I don't want to watch this, man. Like, I'm so over this. So I've never seen past season 1. But there are some shows that like season 1's been so bad. And so like, apparently Dexter gets really good. But I am never going to watch past season 1. I could not get past it. It was, to me, so boring. I've never watched anime. Why are they so popular and why does everyone watch them? Anime has some pretty damn good plot. And not the plot some of you guys are thinking. Severance is top 3 shows of all time. Easy. No comp. Severance? Severance is pretty good. That was very engaging. Foundation is hard to get through the first couple of eps, but it's so good. Have I seen Foundation? I don't remember if I have now. That's on Apple TV, right? Perhaps I haven't seen that one there. I saw this insanely exciting movie on TV called Captive State. Tells about aliens, and I bet Godzilla fans will like it. What network is it on? Wait, I didn't know they canceled it. How come? I didn't know about that. Yes, they canceled it? Not canceled, but... what are they just like, it's done now? Like they stopped it? Just postponed? Okay, that's a little different. It's just postponed. Oh, yeah, I mean, that makes sense. Where is my tweezers? Here they are. I can knock it through Foundation. You know, it's kind of like some other shows though. I think the opposite is true for some other shows. Like, for example, The 100. Amazing. I thought it was so good, the start of it, right? Then The 100 just gets to this stupidity of just like, the characters are just so dumb. Like, I hate to admit it. I think past season like 2, the characters they put themselves in dumb situations. And then I'm like, man, what? And then I by this point here, I'm like, I'm invested and I want to see if it gets better. And then they have their moments and then they put themselves in a dumb, stupid situation again. And I'm just like, all right, bro. And then the ending was trash. So there is the opposite where a show can start off with some great stuff. But then because they want to milk the show into like 9 different fucking seasons, they make it terrible. They're just like, yeah, what if we put the characters in all these stupid predicaments that they put themselves into? So that's usually what happens, I feel. I'm pretty positive this is also a 1.2 mil PCB, but I'm out of screw-in stabs completely at this point. And I'm gonna say this for anyone designing with a 1.2 mil PCB. If you don't include shims, I think at this point here it's on you. You need to include shims with your PCBs, or you need to like. Is this even like very well put on the website for it's a 1.2 mil PCB? It's not. You need to put that. Is it on there? 1.2 millimeter thick. It's there, but you have to click into the tech specs. I think you need to include shims though. Like, I don't know. I personally am still not a big fan of 1.2 mil PCBs. I really don't understand why they're so popular. But stabs should still work. There shouldn't be any issues with them. For whatever reason, these are actually holding on pretty nice for a 1.2. Some people use 1.2 so they can get like a thinner keyboard in this case here. But I would rather take the 0.4 millimeter hit and make it a 17 mil front height, for example, in this case, rather than give up a 1.6 millimeter PCB. Clackbait, what'd you think of the Event Horizon? What'd you think of it? Yeah, it's all preference at the end of the day. Don't get me wrong, guys, but I think typically if you're gonna make a 1.2 mil PCB, you gotta include shims. To me, there's no if, ands, or buts for this. You gotta include them. You have to make sure those are in a box somewhere, and I don't see them anywhere. So, because there are some people who might have, you know, no access to a 1.6 or 1.2 mil PCB. So, yeah, but like, how much extra flex are you gonna get out of a 1.2 mil? When you start putting plates on this thing, how much extra flex do you realistically think you're gonna get, you know? I know it's all preference. Some people might love the sound signature of them. They also do sound a slight bit thinner as well. So that's just something else to think about. Now the cool thing about this is you can go top mount and you can go gasket. So maybe gasket, you'll see a bit more flex here, but again, with top mount, probably not. You probably won't see anything. Flex is a meme for me. My personal take is that I think flex is a little bit overrated. People think they care about flexiness, but they really don't, type thing. But thank you, Clackbait, for the raid, man. I hope the board turned out great, bro. Today was stacked. Simon, Clackbait, now Alex. Boom, what a day. How is Mr. Simon doing? Haven't had a chance to chat with him in a while. If your board can't roll up, do not speak to me. So where should I buy shims? I just realized my board on the way is a 1.2 mil PCB. I think Gion carries shims. It's phenomenal. Dude, I'm still using it. I think this is by far, Clackbait, one of my keyboards of the year. If not the keyboard of the year for me. Wuche went even further with 1 mil PCB in the Kenyo. Yeah, the 1 mil PCBs, I am glad that I never see them much in keyboards. I think they're ridiculous, personally. When is no PCB? I don't know. How do you guys feel about it? Take what I say out of, I guess, the equation. How do you guys feel about 1.2 mil PCBs versus 1.6? Like, would you guys say, if you guys have built with both, would you guys say that it's a big difference? And you have to understand, maybe a 1.6. Thank you, Clackbait again with the raid? What the? I only think what Alex tells me to think, to be honest. God damn. The W1AT has 1.2 for plateless. Sounds like a nice board. Yeah, and I also know that Matrix only does 1.2s, which I still don't understand why, but... The Course has 1.2. Every Matrix keyboard has a 1.2. Not a huge difference. IMO 1.2 is slightly softer. I always get 1.2 stabs rather than use shims. Thing is, I don't personally like having to buy like a different set of stabs. I just feel like it's kind of annoying having to have so many different like stabs for just different thicknesses of PCB when you really don't get much out of it in terms of difference, sound-wise. Very little feel-wise, in my opinion. And then you're forcing customers to go buy a whole separate stabilizer when they might even have like an extra set of 1.6s lying around. Again, this could all be remedied if you include shims, I suppose. But for a lot of people, for whatever reason, I've been noticing a lot of people don't include shims in their keyboards these days. I don't know why. It's good for playlists because you're trying for more flex. I suppose you're right there. Desoldering gun makes life worth living when desoldering. Oh my god, yeah, it is a godsend. In actual use, I don't notice the difference. Same here. I once you get me typing on it though, like I'll never notice the difference. If you're trying to achieve like the ultimate in flexi, then sure. But I still personally feel, and maybe this is a hot take, if you're going for the ultimate in bounce and you're a designer, why not design the mounting, like your mounting system based off of that, rather than just make the PCB thin? Actually, I have to admit though, Maker did a really good job of making the tolerances on this PCB very good. Because these switches feel like they're going absolutely nowhere with this. This is quite lovely. I prefer 1.6. For example, on W1AT, 1.6 actually sounds better. I've heard that as well from some users of the W1ATs. Just hand wire each switch to one another. No PCB, loose switches, no plate. True. True. 20 pieces of shims cost 0.5 cents on GN site, which is still cheaper combined with Cherry Stab's IMO. Yeah. Shims are definitely needed if you're going to be selling 1.2 mils or even 1.0s. Honestly, I have to just pick up a crap ton of shims from Geon at this point here. I've done one hand-wired board. Actually, I've done like 2 or 3 technically, some repairs and stuff. They're kind of annoying. I don't take commissions for them anymore. I used to. But I don't like doing them as much. Why do you spend $1,000 on a keyboard? Wait. Why do you spend $1,000 on half of a keyboard? Viking, what hobbies do you have? Do you have any hobbies outside of keyboards that you're very passionate about? Like, do you have like, I don't know, are you into like skateboarding? Are you into golfing? No? You have nothing you're into? Like, you have no like interest? Like, do you have a computer you spent a lot of money on? Like, maybe you play some video games? I don't know. Do you have like a hobby? I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just trying to like, I spent $2K so it lasts long on a computer. What games do you play? Salah, thank you so much for the tier 1. I appreciate you. What games do you play? So the thing is, right, with anything in life, no matter how much, so no matter what you do, right, you say they require performance, someone can look at you now and go, why spend $2,000 on a computer when you can just, I don't know, play on a tablet or something, right? There's going to be a lot of these like analogies you're going to get in life of like, why do this when you can do that type thing? There doesn't even have to be a reason, to be honest, Viking. As long as you're hurting nobody in life. If your interest is playing flight simulators, if your interest is spending money on a computer, on a keyboard, if you like handbags, I don't know, if you like cameras, if you like designing a house, if you like skateboarding, there is no right or wrong answers. If you're interested in it and you want to spend a few extra dollars making your thing for you, for example, you made your computer to fly to do flight simulators, then there doesn't need to be an explanation for anyone else, right? I think as you get a little older, you tend to start understanding that people have different interests, and you tend to understand that you're not going to understand why people have those different interests. So you don't have to justify anything at the end of the day. Simply then, some people like different things. I'll never personally understand why people spend money on handbags, for example. I know that the thing is a real thing, even watches. But, you know, like, it is what it is. It's their hobby. They like doing what they like to do, and I'll never understand it, and I think that's the beauty of it, right? I like my own thing. They like their own thing. We're all different people. So that's my answer for that. Redeemed hydrate. God bless. I finally get to hydrate. All right. We're done this. I like these Kale Hot Swap sockets better. I don't have a good way to show you guys the other sockets. So these sockets don't have that little metal flap on the back over here, which makes them easier to desolder if you need to. The other ones have this like metal flap on the top, which is also like quite sharp for whatever reason. So these sockets are kind of nice. All right. So let's start taking apart this keyboard. Alex, what brand is your sweater? Wrong. This one here I got from, it's my only thing I ever picked up from this brand called Club Monaco, I believe it is. I don't think I'll ever buy anything from this brand again. I luckily got this on clearance, and then they also had 40% on the clearance. So this one here cost me $30 or 30 or 40 bucks or something. I think normally this was like 150 bucks. I am not really huge on spending tons of money on clothes. Like there's one or two pieces of clothing where I'm like, yeah, like I'll pay full price for that because it's actually really nice. But I've never purchased anything from this brand before. It's holding up pretty good. But I don't think I'll ever spend 150 bucks on something like this, or even 200 bucks. Not really my, it's nice, but it is kind of like, it's whatever. Can you confirm it's 150 bucks? Yeah, it's like 150 bucks to $200 or something like that. For my pants, my go-to would be Levi's. Those things last years. Yes. Club Monaco, aka Gio's chest hair. God damn. Hey Alex, do you know how many restocks the Bauer Light will have? I don't know actually. I think the plan is for Mr. Omnitype to run that for a whole long time. But I don't know the ultimate like end goal for Omnitype there with the Bauer lights. Am I not going crazy? It's this bit here. Will you check out the QK60, the new one? I will ask them if I can. I will ask QK if they'll let me take a look at it. Oh, is there another screw in here somewhere? Oh, there is. They put 2 screws in the bottom. I thought they only put 1. Chat, what's the significant other getting for holidays this year? And don't be cheap. You keyboard DJs. Yeah, what are you guys getting? I can't say it out loud because we live together. So, what are you guys getting? What are y'all doing? Where is the daughter board? Where did I stick you? Oh, it's in this bag. I thought it was in the other color back there. You know what, Ren? It means you get double for yourself. What do you guys eat? If you guys don't have an SO, what are you guys getting for yourselves? What is your personal Christmas gift for yourself this year? So real, Alex. You double up on yourself, my guy. And using the crap out of it. What'd you get her? We're keeping it cheap this year, so probably a cookbook and a Dutch oven. Ooh, okay. Okay, cookbooks are kind of low-key nice though. When you get like a big, nice collection of cookbooks, not only does it look really awesome, but I don't know, it's just something nice about it, you know? There is something very nice about having a lot of cookbooks. All right, now screws. Hopefully my Christmas gift for myself will be winning the event Horizon. Did they say how many entries they have? I know sometimes they disclose things, not like, well, not them in particular, but sometimes people when they're running things disclose. But I'm not sure if they did disclose how many entries they have. I got myself an XOX70. Okay, I'm gonna give you guys a secret. Mr. Mike from Novel Keys asked me if I wanted to build an XOX70. I said, you know what? I'd love to, but just letting you know I've already built one in the past and I have my own. So I'm like, if you need, save yourself some money in shipping me one so I can just rebuild the one that I have just to show people it. He's like, you know what we'll do? I'll send you an XOX70 and let's give it away. So I don't know when this stream is going to be. I'm hoping it'll be soon. We'll build the XOX70 and I'll give it away soon-ish. I just don't know when. But yeah, that's going to be on the docket. I'm hoping within the next like week or two. Can you give Mike a hug for me? Always, bro. If I could, I'd give him one right now. All right. So again, these gaskets have no adhesive to them. The idea here is so you can go between top mount and gasket. I was talking to Maker about this, and I actually told him why not have, well, he was actually suggesting it first. I was going to mention this to him. Changing the shape of the playlist to be more of a leaf spring. Maker keyboards, not Maker mods. I think they're two different people, correct? It is not a holiday for me? Why not? Also, Manic, thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate the party is 7 here. How you doing, man? Are they actually the same person? Maker mods and Maker keyboards? Are you sure? I always assumed they were different people. No. They're different? They're different, right? Oh yeah, okay. Not too shabby, just built the CST M80. Interesting. I haven't heard of that one there before. So we're gonna start with gasket. Let's put you down here. All right. But I think for the future, they were looking to do more of like a leaf spring design where the gaskets can be taken off and on, where you just kind of lay the gaskets into a slot, more so than this one here. Oh, did the bottom gasket fall out? Or did I miss a bottom gasket? Oh no, I got all the gaskets, guys. We are good with gaskets here. Although, now that I open this up, all the gaskets are flying away. Who is Mike? Mike owns Novel Keys. Built my Bauer light without the TU backspace, and I've been adjusted. Dude, it is it's a small adjustment phase that you go through when you do a 1U backspace. But you know what? At the end of the day, it's not that bad, right? I'm not a fan of this cold weather, but I do love that means I get to make my favorite chili recipe. Look at that. Found yourself a little rainbow at the end of the light there, kind of thing. Tried split backspace once and I couldn't do it and I switched back. It's an adjustment that you go through. I've done it on a few boards where I'm like, yeah, this is not bad. So it definitely is an adjustment though. All right. Got everything installed looking nice, and let us get, I guess, some keycaps. I do have this set we could use. Could do this guy. It's EPBT ABS. I forgot the actual name of this set though. I don't know what this is called, what this set's actually called. I don't know if I'd want frost switch on this. I feel like frost switch might look a little funky on this guy. Is this PBT or ABS? Oh shit, this might be PBT. Why did I think this was ABS? No, this is PBT, I think. Oh no, it is ABS. It is PBT. Yeah, it is PBT. Sorry, I thought it was ABS there. So we could do this, or we could do something ABS. I believe this is just, yeah, it's just die sub. So maybe we do use an ABS set. This is insanely pretty. Would go hard. What do you guys want? PBT or ABS keycaps? You guys get to pick. I can already tell you I don't know how I feel about PBT. I think PBT is okay at best. PBT always sounds a little empty. ABS? Okay, we'll do ABS.
10 months with this handsome mustache man. Let's go, wow, wow, wow.
Whoa, why did TTS say that first wow so aggressively? That was a pretty aggressive wow. PBT does do well with tactiles. It also does well with brass and stuff like that. I just personally feel like ABS sounds better on more keyboards. As for keycap sets today, we could do Polybius. What else do we have? I'll fire off a few keycap sets to you guys. We could also do I don't want to do bento. We could do Polybius. Polybius might look nice on this today. I'm down for Polybius. Bento's like one of my least favorite sets that I own. It's just hard to pair with. It's like a certain colorway that doesn't go well with everything. But when you get it to work, it does look nice, I will admit. But you gotta find that like right. I wonder if the... Where's my lube? I might have to actually go in and add a shim to this for the space bar. We'll see. Because it is kind of wobbly right now. It's actually not terrible. It does sound a little empty though.
Alexa, play Despacito.
What the? Do people still use those things? Like the... I don't want to say them out loud. Do people still... Are people still big into those? What's the syringe? It's 205G0. I don't even use... Like, I have one that is like voice activated type thing, but I'm not interested. It's just like one of those things that I thought I'd use more often than not, but not really. Compliment for Gerald? You know what I wish I could do more often, Gerald? Not just use my HomePod thing. Wish I can give you hugs more often, because you deserve one big hug right now. You have a great day, my friend. I hope life's been treating you well. Love you, dude. Shit, I never remember. Is this the enter key? No. This is the shift key. I don't remember which one's which. Is this shift? Sure. It's shift now. Actually, this doesn't sound too bad already. It's always best to judge a keyboard when you put all the keycaps in. 3's in the wrong spot. Polybius is kind of a banger set, bro. Really is. What's up, Ark? How you doing? What's the best? Wait, clip-in stabs or Duroc stab? For this, I probably wouldn't have Duroc, but I have no Durocs left. I need to order a whole bunch more stabs. My stabs just like, I don't know what happened recently, but I just ran out. Like it just, they all got eaten up somehow. Not gonna lie, a lot of people have been forgetting stabilizers with their keyboards. So I've been just offering to, so they don't have to spend more money on big shipping and stuff like that. I've just been saying, hey, you know what? Just like, let me sell you a set of stabs that I have at cost. But I've just been doing that very often, that my personal stash has just like gone from having a bunch to almost nothing in like a month. I'm so stressed. Last year with school is just so much stuff. Yeah, you know what though, man? This is how I look at it, right? I've also been very stressed with a lot of things this year. I think this is the enter key. I'm not sure. But let me give you my insight. It's a good stress. You might not think it right now, but there could be worse stresses you have, right? Not every stress has to be a bad stress, and I think when you can wrap your head around like what's a good stress to have and what's a you know, like not a great stress to have, is when you can start appreciating things differently. But there are good stresses that can motivate you and, you know, propel you forward in life. I think having stuff like school stress isn't necessarily always a bad thing unless it's something you truly do not want to do. Oh, that's the wrong shift key there. There are a lot of stresses. Sometimes I also mix up my stresses, right? Sometimes I think that like a bad stress, or actually sometimes I think, how can I word this? There are times in life where like I am stressed out and I start to think like, God, this is a terrible stress to have. Why did I do this to myself? Why did I put myself in this situation? Then I really think about it. 5 does not go here. And I'll be like, well, you know what? I'd rather be stressed about having, you know, school, too much to do, stuff like that, than just like what Zach said, worrying about how to pay a bill or like, what's it called? Where am I going to live type thing. So there are different stresses that I think, you know, affect you differently. And I try to, when I have a good stress, I try to recognize it as a good stress. Again, we all make mistakes, and it saves me from feeling bad about a lot of the times I have. And then when I do have a bad stress, for like example, how do I pay rent, etc., you kind of recognize it too, and you're grateful for the better stresses that you have, right? And stress also, yes, can be a very motivating thing. Ultimately though, it's how you manage it. So if you are having like a very bad stress, or even if it's a good stress and you're not managing it correctly, then you might feel like the time you're having isn't as good. So it is how you manage it as well. I've just been trying to be more grateful for the situation. I feel like I am pretty decently grateful, but like I've been trying to be more grateful for the situations that I'm in at times, and for the people who allow me to be in these situations, you know? So I've been trying to do better in that sense. Am I missing some of the keycaps for this? Did I leave this on like a different board? No, nobody did. I think I'm just confused of which keycaps go where. But I feel like adulthood is just a stream of stress, and eventually you get used to every other stress versus heavy shit. To talk openly about stuff, and I, you know, when I moved out, because I moved out later in life because I put myself in bad financial situations when I was younger, and just like I didn't have any money, and just a whole bunch of shit that's probably boring to listen to. But I moved out later in life, and it's the climate of the environment we're in too, right? All that adult stuff, like all that like adult stress kind of hit me all at once, and I let everything get to me. And I think I was just like easily irritable. Like it was all at once, feeling shitty. Like it was bad. But then you do eventually start to realize how to like manage those things that you do, right? Oh, that does not go there. Or maybe that does. I don't remember if that does go there. So it is a game of playing how to manage my day kind of thing. Like how to manage your stress for the day. Shit, did I have Polybius on something already, guys? I feel like I'm missing a few keycaps from Polybius. I just can't remember what I put it on. If I did have it on something. I don't think I had it on something. No, I don't think I did. Thanks for the words of advice. It just feels like too much. Yeah, when it does feel too much though, another great thing you probably could do is, like, what I like to do is there are some times where I just hop into like a Discord call and if you have that opportunity, that's great. If you don't, then perhaps just like find a good podcast to put on in the background. But a lot of the times I'll hop into like a call or something where I can just like listen to people talk in the background. And it just feels, that's probably the wrong key up there. I never remember which one's which with this set, man. Let's take out my keycap puller. So I try to like distract myself while I'm doing other things, and usually people's voices can help me distract myself. I think it's this guy. This is tab. Am I missing one keycap? I probably left it on another board somewhere, unless I'm just not seeing it. I have a feeling I left it on another board. Oh, is this? No, that's not it. I can quickly go look if you guys are going to be bothered by that one missing keycap. Because I'm low-key kind of bothered by it. I don't know what a head Polybius is on that I'm kind of blanking. So I feel like I'm also missing the numpad. I don't think this didn't come with the numpad. It's just the Alex bottom row? Yeah, it's just it's a special edition bottom row. You can't be upset at it. It's special edition. Here, I'll put this here. Now it's special edition. No stressing. Strikes again. I don't know if I'm missing a key or... I hope I'm not missing a keycap. I feel like it's on a different board. I just don't remember which board I left it on. I probably left it on something by accident before I have to take it off. Oh well. If it fits, yeah, it's fitting there. Dan Poe, thank you so much for the Prime. I appreciate that, dude. Thank you. Okay, so overall, nice looking, classy looking 65. There's nothing too special about this. So if your idea was like to find something that you're, absolutely gonna lose your mind over design-wise, that has a lot of features, like standout things, kind of like the Event Horizon, I don't think this is the board for you. If you want something simple, a little bit more classy, the price point on this is not overly crazy, and you still get a few different mounting options. So you can do top mount, gasket, plateless, plate. So you get a few different options here. This might be a cool little board to pick up. On top of that, I think the only standout thing I would say about this, on top of the multiple options of mounting, is you get the 16.5 millimeter front height, which is going to be desirable for a lot of people who care about those things. Or maybe it's something that you just absolutely could care less about. So these are cherry switches that we're using with a plateless build. It's a 1.2 mil PCB, which is like the only thing I don't absolutely like. I'm not going goo goo gaga over. The bezels are very nice, as with most of the stuff from Make Your Keyboards. I like the sound profile already of this, so let's see what this is going to type like. Very like plateless, has that deep plateless sound. Actually kind of nice. It's different. This space bar probably needs a little bit of tuning to it. But it is kind of flat sounding overall. Perhaps we use a different switch. Yeah, we can try a long pull on that, see if we can bring it to life a little bit more. Yeah, the scratchiness of the cherry switches, I mean, that's its own separate thing. We like that. We like the scratchiness. Well, I do anyways. Yeah, let's see. Let me throw in a different switch here. To deepen the confirmation bias, you want me to throw in a which one? A PBT spacebar? Yeah, give me a few minutes and Let's try a Cherry Nixie as well for the spacebar. Could also just be the MX Black. Not loving it on the bottom there. Like, to me, that already sounds a little bit better. Not bad. And let's try a long pull next. We'll try a diamond switch. Because these are actually pretty nice for space bars. I like these. I've been keeping these around too. These diamond switches are indeed quite nice. Oh, actually, this is my favorite one. Oh yeah, okay, that's a lot better. Some keyboards require a certain spacebar or certain modifier keys. I like this. This is nice. It's a deeper keyboard in general. I think if you're going for that, this might be perfect for you. It's comfortable. You notice some movement with the PCB. I'm putting a lot of pressure right now. You're not going to notice that over regular typing. Can you play that EH again? Which one, BRS? EH? Oh, the Event Horizon. I don't think this is flat. I've definitely dealt with flat sounding keyboards before. I don't think this is flat. It just leans on the deeper side. Like, it doesn't have the brightness of some other boards. Like, it's not going to be as bright as, say, an Envoy, you know? This also has a bit of brightness. I would even say this is a slight bit deeper than some other boards as well. And then you got something like this, which is going to go full on the bottom of deepness for what you can get out of these kind of keyboards with linears. I think the no plate option on this is actually the better option, to be honest. We can try the top mount with this as well. We're going to try top mount too now. This is a keyboard sent by Maker. He wanted us to check this out. I was going to check this out on the same day we checked the other one, but I thought we'd split this into 2 streams. I feel like a 1.6 would have been way better for playlist though, in this particular board, because this doesn't have a weight, right? It doesn't have any sort of internal weights or anything like that. I am impressed that it doesn't have a weight and it sounds this good. It sounds like decently full. So that alone is kind of impressive to me, but I think I would have preferred a 1.6mm PCB. That would have probably made the sound a little bit more in your face, you know? Would have been nice, but we'll see how this sounds in top mount now with the plateless config. Oh, I need this actually. Lay me in a tub full of ice cream, or ice and call me a kidney Kevin. I will be buying an EH. Damn, everyone's gonna go crazy for that board, huh? I feel like everyone's going kind of wild for it. But it is a very nice board. Yeah, I mean, I don't feel like this is going anywhere in plateless hot swap. I'd be pretty confident to type on this every day and not have any sort of like issues with it, you know? It is viable when you do it right, but you have to design the PCB so it kind of like grips onto switches a little bit better. No lifetime or timeline, can I justify that cost? Oh, the supermassive one? I don't know if I would spend $890 on a keyboard. I think there's been a few boards where I'm like the Geist, for example, where I was willing at the time, but I think nowadays, I just realized that like some of the more expensive materials and finishes, it really has to be super special. Actually, no, I'm lying. Let me rephrase this. I think the Supermassive I would probably spend $750 on. I think that's like the top, just because it's brass and like it comes in like a color I'm not too crazy about, which is just gold. I know you can do a lot with it. You can probably make it super cool, but I kind of feel like it would have to be super special and have like a really nice finish. Like if it came in like a patina already, then yeah, I'd probably be like, yo, I'd justify that. But it's $890 for the Supermassive. I think it's a little much personally, but I get why it's at that cost and why it's at that price. And I'm talking about me personally. I don't know if I'd spend the money. This at $490 with the stainless steel bottom, I think this is a great price for this. Bullshitting their way through life. Nobody actually knows shit about how to be an adult. We all, yeah, I mean, toxic. I don't know what the conversation is here, but I agree with you, man. Ugh. What expensive and pseudo-useful bullshit do I fill my desk with to make it aesthetically pleasing and comfortable while I'm moneyless? You want the best thing to make your desk aesthetically pleasing? I'm not even kidding you, man. We'll take a break from this keyboard to talk about this. The best thing, nothing. Actually, sorry, one thing. Get yourself a monitor desk clamp mount. Get rid of the monitor stand. Get rid of everything on your desk. Get your mouse, your desk pad, and a keyboard. Guaranteed that will make your desk look expensive. And guess what? You don't have anything on it. That way there, you have a nice little piece on the side of your desk where you can put your binder or whatever. You can kind of keep that to the side, and that's it. You get maybe your coffee mug in the morning, and you take that away when you're done. You don't need anything. It is one of those things where I see these guys on YouTube. You want to know the honest truth? I see these guys on YouTube who have these crazy, even on Instagram, who have these like, they have the stupid, sorry, I'm going to be very, you guys can think of me what you want, but they have like the desk mount with, you know, like that little arch thing where they slide like 1,000 binders, which I don't even know what the fuck they're all for. They got like all their audio equipment on their desk, slide underneath this thing too. So to me, that looks like already just so filled up and kind of overwhelming. They'll have like plants, big speakers on their desk, and it feels like they have this much room to work on. Like on their desk, they have like this much room. I do not think that looks good. I think that looks really tight. I've also had a desk. If you go back to my old setup where I was doing that same thing because I was like, man, I am this tech guy. I need to have all this tech on my desk. I felt so cramped in that desk, and I just did not feel good about it. The moment I got rid of all this shit, and I like even this right now because I'm working has a lot of stuff on the desk. On a normal day, my desk will have a keyboard, and this is pretty much it. This is how my desk will look. To me, this feels better. I feel like I have room to breathe. I feel like I'm more creative in this environment. Having tons of stuff on your desk is, to me, one of the most, like, again, preference-based. It's just kind of ugly to me now. Like, I'm not into it. That's why, like, I really don't think having a crap ton of stuff and accessories makes the desk look any better. I think it just makes it look tackier, to be honest. This is from Novel Keys. All right, let's put this back together now. Again, just my opinion, but I've been very, very adamant about not making my desk feel cluttered. I do have a little audio interface stuffed on the corner of my desk, which I've been trying to develop like a little bracket to put underneath. But I even moved my Mac Studio. I bought an under desk mount for it. So it sits bolted to the bottom of my desk. I don't like having anything on the desk anymore. I hate it. I think it looks too cluttered, too crowded. And then the moment you start doing stuff on your desk, because I mean, people take photos. They look good for photos. That's as much as you're gonna get. Like, it looks good for a picture. But in actual practical use, your desk will never be that, organized. And then it just feels crowded. You lose things, you misplace things, fall behind things. It's ugly. It gets kind of gross. This cable is from Space Cables. This was painted. The mouse was painted. I am considering retiring this mouse, though. The thing about the MX Master Mice is...
I've been
Jeremy.
here since coiled cables and RGB nano leaves.
Yeah, Jeremy has. Jeremy remembers probably the old days of when I had my gamer phase, I guess. Because, again, I just wanted my desk to look aesthetically pleasing, and I thought the gamer way was the best way. And then I realized, like, man, that stuff's just too much. It's so expensive. You're chasing this constant, like, high of putting things on your desk. Ooh. All right, I think the top mount plateless kind of hits better. Let me see what this sounds like. So much better. Yeah, this has like a nice, like deep, full sound. Yeah, I think the gasket mount on this board is a little too on the deeper notes for me. I think an aluminum plate might pair well with that, but we won't have access to an aluminum plate. But the top mount plateless sounds absolutely great. I'm a big fan of this top mount plateless. Really, really big fan of this. This sounds wonderful. But what about the up arrow? Not bad. Yeah, who said that? Arrow said that. It's definitely more well-rounded with the top mount. Definitely more well-rounded here. Numro is the best. It has a nice sound profile to the Numro. Spacebar sounds way better in this mount too. Much better in top mount. Honestly, not a bad little pickup if you want something very basic. Can we try the Cherry again? Yeah, for sure. We'll go back to the original. But yeah, I hope that answers your question on what you can spend. I don't think you need to spend anything. I just think you need to like put some elbow grease and clean everything off. But if you did want to spend a few dollars on yourself, you know what might be a very good investment for the holiday season? You need to spend a few dollars and you need to spend a few hours of your time. Get some desk routing stuff like, you know, cable straps, stuff like that. Clean up all the desks all the desk cables underneath your setup. Clean it all up. That will make your setup look like $1 million. Clean it, clean the top, manage your wires, boom, you're good to go. It looks so good that way. You'll feel so inspired to have like more stuff in your room and just like, I don't know, just like it feels good that way. Ooh. Wait, do I like this spacebar more or do I like the long pole spacebar more? I think I like this. This is actually kind of an interesting spacebar sound. But both sounded good. Both the long pole and the cherry switch sounded good for spacebars here. I don't know if the Alexa sounds is my preference, I should say, with the gaskets. The top mount is fantastic on this. This is great. So I guess the other thing I'm going to talk about too is where does this fit in the current, I guess, lineup of keyboards? You might still want to go for something like a Neo because it's a few dollars cheaper. I think it's what, almost $40 cheaper or something like that. How much is the Neo? It's like $120. I can't remember how much the Neo 65 is again. You may want to go for something a little bit cheaper. It's a bit of a different aesthetic. I know you get a little bit more in the box, but if your goal is to have that low front height, thin bezels, super simplistic keyboard, kind of stealthy, perhaps you pay a little bit more and pick up this guy here. I think the Neo also had the same thing with it, where it was like, I didn't quite love both mounting styles. I think this is a little better in that regard though. I didn't mind the gaskets, but I much prefer the top mount in this case. The mods aren't wobbling or wibble wobbling at all. They're not moving around. They're good. There's no movement in any keys here. This is 185, or you can get the B stock units for 165. So again, if your priority here is to have classier looking keyboard, thin side bezels, low front height, perhaps the Alexa is the unit that you go for. Because again, it's not like terribly priced. It's in stock as well, which is great. But if your goal is to have something, you know, more in the box, experiment, if you like the look of the Neo, perhaps the Neo is the biggest contender for this. I haven't looked in what comes with the new QK65, but if we're comparing it to the old QK65, I would consider this the better keyboard still. What desk pad am I using? It's from GroveMade. So seriously good value. 2 mounts, always so consistent, especially on the modifiers. The modifiers did sound pretty decent with both mounts. The spacebar sounded better with the long pole on the gasket one, so this was interesting. Tri mode. I feel like you have to really be into like the wireless capabilities for that to be a selling feature. Otherwise, it just kind of sits there. Do I WOD? All right, though, guys. Unfortunately, I was going to try doing 2 keyboards today because I knew this wasn't going to take all that long, even if I slowed down stream, which I did. But unfortunately, I don't have any other keyboards ready to go at the moment. So I think we're going to have to, we're going to be doing keyboards every day this week. So there's going to be no shortage of streams. But if you guys were interested in this, definitely take a look at Maker Keyboard's website. I have to admit, the Cherry spacebar on the top mount, it's kind of nice. I much prefer it now. I'm thinking about it now. I much prefer it over the long pole. So it's kind of opposite for both these mounts. But I'm gonna have a little chill session here now, where I'm just gonna go probably think about where to go in terms of picking up some gifts for some family members, because I should have really done this like weeks ago. I don't know. You know when you're just feeling lazy, guys? You know when you're just feeling like you don't want to do nothing? But it was really fun hanging out with you guys. Let's go see if we can go raid. I don't even know if anyone's building keyboards right now. I feel like there's nobody on building anything. Huh. Perhaps we just go raid Aprees. He is playing some games right now. Yeah, let's go raid Aprees. All right, guys, have a good one. Love you guys. I'll see you guys this week. I'll post the schedule here in a second. Well, I'll probably post it later tonight. I'm gonna make a few last minute changes to it. So I'll post some scheduling stuff. And then, as you guys know, be here the 24th. You won't want to miss the 24th. If you can't make it, watch the VOD. 24th should be a good day. Should be a really fun stream. All right, see you guys later. Thanks for coming by today and swinging by to say hi. See you guys. Bye-bye.